Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Astral Tourist Podcast. I am broadcasting live from planet Earth. I am still in Perth, Australia, and oh, what a place it is! The energies here are fabulous. So in the astral, I keep getting sucked into the earth here, and it reminds me so much of Mount Shasta. When I moved to the Mount Shasta area years and years ago, I kept bouncing all over the place in there, in the earth, in the sky, in the dimensions. And this place is so spiritually active. It's incredible. The vibes during the day have been incredible. It's winter here, so there have been some rains and gusts of wind and stuff like that. But the overall vibes are they're a wonder. Oh my goodness. No wonder I was seeing fairies out in the open in the astral. You can tune into my last sharing if you want to hear about that. I'm starting to get it and about why. A lot of my subscribers have asked me to just share like a little bit when I'm traveling versus not sharing anything at all. So I'm only on the travel mic. This will be a shorter sharing. Please like, subscribe, and share it if you enjoy the episode, and let me know what you would like to hear more about. So Perth itself, the people are wonderful. They've been really nice. There have been a few colorful personalities, let's say, but that's the same about anywhere. It's mainly the energies that I'm tuning into that are just so incredible. So I've made two friends in the astral realm. One was a man deep underground who helped me. Like I said, I've been autonomously astral projecting underground. Even though I'm very experienced, I've been very tired still, very jet lagged. So I don't even try to control it. A lot of the time, if I'm having an autonomous projection when I'm this tired. Um, and so I was just kind of hanging out there in the ground. this this one time that I had autonomously projected, and there was this being there, and I think it was an Aboriginal man, but I'm not sure. He had super like dark black skin, and he was like trying to talk to me telepathically, but only a few words were coming through. So definitely, whomever or whatever he was, he did not speak English. Remember our minds translate everything. And so he's like, pool, you, pain, you, stuff like that. And yeah, my physical body has been in a ton of pain, but that's my physical issues, my own physical issues. So he was also tuning into that. I wasn't feeling the pain outwardly or outright in the astral at all. I kind of escaped it for a while, even though I was underground. I was hanging out there like, pain free. But he was like, pain you, go you, pull you. And so what this was he was directing me to a geothermal energy pool. And so it was quite small, and I wasn't sure about going in there, but he was like, "You go," all of these like hand motions and everything. And so I made myself a bit smaller, and I got in there. It was so warm and so nice. I was like, "You don't have to tell me twice now that I'm in here." And it took me a while to get over there. I was going in super slow motion. He never came closer, like, to try to touch me or help move me along or anything, which I thought was actually really respectful of him, because touch can interfere with a person's energy. He's very adamant that I get in that pool, and, you know, um, these places are like, think of them like battery recharge points. So I just thought it was really nice of him. And once I was in there, just relaxing, I could tell he was being protective, like looking around, looking at me. I'm not sure if he was completely just being a kind stranger, on the path, or some kind of protective guardian of the area as well. But I consider him a friend now for sure. So, friend number one. The man who helped me find the geothermal pool. Yay! Uh, wow. And I get a little bit emotional when I get that kind of help, deep underground like that and stuff. Wow. And so the other friend that I have is also a man, but completely different kind of a man. Uh, so I've been also autonomously astral projecting to the center area of the city where there is this bench. It's been bright sunlight when I arrived there, like mid-afternoon in the astral. I'm pretty sure I'm like a day or two ahead in the astral, just because that's how I usually phase out. It's just my go-to. Um, maybe more, maybe a couple of weeks. I don't know. And there's this man that's been there, and I know that we've gone and done things together in the astral, but I haven't been able to remember the details. Again, jet lag, my own physical stuff going on. Just dealing with everything. Perth is wonderful, but it's still like a stressor on the physical body and everything to do this kind of travel. Uh, and so in the astral, he's very familiar now. He has like wavy, I want to say brownish blonde hair with twinges of red. He has a really bright aura, loose fitting clothes, not really like I don't know, not really like a vagabond, but just, loose and comfortable. And I totally remember all the time seeing him on this bench. And it seems like a long time. So I think we've time shifted numerous times. And then, here I am back dealing with the current travel stuff here. And this one time last night is the most recent, which is why I can remember it pretty well now. I don't remember why, but I decided to ascend up into the air again. Sometimes I just get tired of being sucked into the ground here, and it feels like I've been here a lot longer than I actually have been. It feels like I've been here for like a couple years, even though my body is still adjusting energetically and everything. And it's really only been, I think, just over a week physically. But in the astral, I feel like I've spent years here already. And so I've been getting kind of sick of being sucked into the ground. I get that attitude once I'm out in the astral because my astral body remembers all of that. I'm like, I've got to fly, get back up into the air, get up into space. I start to get kind of twitchy, like, oh man, I'm a cosmic goddess. I got to get up there. And and I like the panoramic views and everything. I just love flying and I start to miss it. And so I began to ascend up. And as I did, I remember these wonderful visuals of a clock tower. But the fun thing is that next to it, there's this neon pink holographic brain. Yes, brain, BRAIN, and with just this tube leading back down to the street level. And so I'm looking at the clock tower, I'm looking at the brain, wondering if maybe it represents some kind of a genetic building or something. I felt like a building should be attached to it, but I didn't see one. Like I could sense one, like a gray building or something, but I could not see it. And so I began to look down, and it became kind of Matrix, like the movie Matrix style, and I began like zooming back down towards the ground, even though I didn't intend it. And remember, I don't have like full control due to my fatigue level and lucidity level and everything. And I'm thinking, I don't have to hurt. I don't have to hurt. And so remember, you don't have to feel pain in the astral, but if you overly focus on it, you might. So then I quickly switched my thinking to I'm the astral. I'm in the mist. I am the mist, and all of this stuff. And as I came into the ground, I saw my like misty astral knees buckling, but I didn't feel anything at all. So that was great. And there's that guy on the bench is staring at me like, "Yeah, you got pulled back in." So that was really funny. and we could laugh about it. And I realized, we have plenty of time, him and I. I mean, I hope we really do. I think he's been showing me around, and I've not been remembering everything. So when I woke up, I looked up clock towers because I wondered if it was the bell tower here in Perth, which is this beautiful bluish teal building that stretches up, but it has a point, and it doesn't have a clock on it. And so what I found out is that the clock tower is really like the city hall area, which makes the whole brain thing make sense, right? It's like the brain of the city hall. So that made perfect sense to me anyway. Sometimes in the astral, things are metaphorical, but sometimes they're pretty directly metaphorical, like that. Like, this is the brain hub, the hub of this city. Um, so thanks so much for tuning in. I'm keeping this short. I have a lot more to get done today and do. And, I love everybody. Thanks so much for all the supports. And, happy astral travels.